Welcome back, YouTube family. This is your boy from Movement back with another video. And like I said, we're gonna stay consistent. We're gonna make sure that we always drop something for you guys to be entertained by. And with today's video, I ended up running across a very interesting article that I just couldn't help myself with looking into. And though this is an overall anime channel. This isn't just One Piece related. I know a lot of my content has necessarily been One Piece focused recently, but I promise you there will be other anime and manga included as well. But before we jump into the content, let's go ahead and remember to smash that sub button and hit that notification bell so that you get content as soon as I post it. And don't forget to hit that like button because, of course, that helps the channel, helps it grow. Let's go ahead and jump into the video, jump into the content. Let's see what's going on here. So, as you've probably also read in the title, this is about 10 unpopular opinions about One Piece. I found this to be quite interesting. So, the very first one we run across from this article, from this particular opinion poll, was more smoker. We need more smoker. And essentially, with kind of skimming over this, it essentially says that pre-time skip, Smoker was like the biggest threat to the Straw Hats. He almost ended their dream. In Locktown, he really almost ended Luffy. Like, it was about to be wraps. But then, of course, Dragon came along and he was like, yeah, it's not their time yet. Post-time skip, we even seen him after Punk has it? We haven't even seen Smoker in God knows how long. I can't remember the last time we seen him. I think Punk has it was indeed the last time we seen him. And of course, with their power-ups, he's no longer even a threat because Haki will have, helped them with him being a Logia user. And now, even so, they've gotten even stronger with adding Rio to it. And the Gear 5th Sun God Nika form, Smoker doesn't even stand a chance. But still, it would be nice to have Smoker come along and see the new process, see the new version of the Straw Hat Pirates. Because I feel like he originally started out as just being a Marine wanting to arrest them. But then as he kept on running into him, he got more invested about who is Straw Hat Luffy? What is he really about? And he became more interested in who Luffy was as a person and his ability to get people to come together. But let's see here. So we're going to go on to number 9. I feel like I disagree with this, saying that Thriller Bark is the weakest One Piece arc. We had a lot of really good content that came from that arc. Let's not forget about my favorite piece of the Thriller Bark arc was the show of commitment to Zoro with the "nothing happened here" scene. Hands down, one of the first and potentially most mind-blowing moments of showing someone's loyalty and dedication to their captain, man. Bruh. One of the reasons why Zoro is my favorite Straw Hat, hands down. We also got the addition to the crew of Brook, who is now the musician, as well as being able to hold his own with a little swordplay. So I mean, we actually got quite a bit coming from that, With the entrance of Brook, we also got the tie back in with Laboon and the crew that he was waiting for. So there was quite a bit we got from that. I don't see Thriller Bark being one of the weakest arcs. Gecko Moria did kind of seem like he was going to be a pathetic antagonist during that arc. But he actually ended up giving the Straw Hats quite a run for their money with all of his devious tactics and all that kind of stuff. So I can't necessarily say that I agree with that. Not to mention, it was kind of funny to see Oars walking around with the soul of Luffy. Number 8 being the Davy Back fight arc is underrated. I mildly agree with this for the simple fact that the Davy Back arc, I'm pretty sure was filler. I'm pretty sure about that being filler. Whether or not it was filler, we got a chance to meet Afro Luffy, which, in my opinion, obviously, Afro Luffy was hilarious, bro. And the fact that it actually made him change his personality, where he was actually kind of acted black, bro. That arc was hilarious. And then, of course, Foxy, the Foxy Pirates. That was actually kind of interesting. The slow fruit. In fact, now that I think about it, it probably wasn't. It probably isn't filler, for the simple fact that they referred back to it. Now that I think about it, the Davy Back fight arc would probably not be considered a filler, for the simple fact that they referred back to it while Luffy was in Amazon Lily, and he thought that Boa Hancock used the slow beam on him when she was really using her power of the love fruit. So that actually makes sense to me now. I almost forgot about that. However, so Vivi should not join the Straw Hats. I'm 100,000,000% agree with this, because even though she was essentially an honorary Straw Hat during the Alabasta arc, she has responsibilities as a princess. She fit right in. She got along with everybody. It was an amazing situation. I feel like she would get along with everybody, even the ones who joined after the Alabasta arc. But again, you got to remember, from her perspective, she is the princess of a country. If she had a sibling who could have taken her place, maybe we'd be having a different conversation at that point. But considering she was an only child, if I'm not mistaken, there was no way she would be able to completely and 100% turn her back on her responsibility as the sole heir to the Alabasta Kingdom. And I'm pretty sure Luffy wouldn't have allowed her to do that anyway, because even though he's pretty much seen as an idiot, Luffy is really smart from a feelings and sense of responsibility. Power levels are non-existent. I definitely 100% disagree with this one. And it's even more evident with what has just recently been happening with, everything that's pretty much happened in Wano. Even Hawkins was struggling between which side he wanted to be on, because as we saw in chapter 1052, the 1%, he was thinking, well, everyone was thinking that he was talking about Luffy when he was actually talking about himself. Another thing that was a lot more apparent is the fact that Kaido straight mollywopped Luffy during their first encounter. There was not even an ounce of chance that Luffy had in regards to fighting Kaido on the first try. That was a one-hit quitter. It was a wrap. Luffy even went to his strongest form. Either way, whether it was Snake Man or Bounce Man, Luffy went into one of his most strongest and most capable abilities, and he still got one-shotted. So that was it. That was wraps. But then, of course, through the fact of training while he was in prison, in Udon prison, and then, being taught Rio, strengthening the powers of his haki, and of course unlocking the Sun God Nika form of his Devil Fruit, yeah, he more than rose to the occasion to take down Kaido, and that was done well in my particular regard. Because again, as far as Big Mom and Law and Trafalgar Law and Kid, both of them had to take her out in order for them to actually win. Whereas, of course, Luffy being the main character, we knew that was going to happen. Zora almost decapitating Kaido. The fact that he didn't, and showed that Kaido still had that level of strength. I can't think of an instance. Of course, right now, only thing I really can think of is Wano. But even so, I don't really think I know an instance where power scaling was non-existent. I don't agree with that. Okay. 5, saying that the story has decreased in quality since the time skip is 1,000,000% cap. I can't even begin to tell you how much that is insanely incorrect. Because first off, as soon as they come out of the time skip, we see Luffy one shot a pacifista. That was hands down. In fact, the reaction when he actually did it was beyond mind-boggling, even to the people, and I laughed until I cried with that reaction. In fact, I even have replayed that moment so many times it's not even funny. I love that moment. That one scene is hilarious to me. Then we get the insane Fishman Island arc. There's no way in the world you can't tell me that wasn't a great arc, because of the fact that was really the first time we see Luffy use Conqueror's Haki intentionally, and he knocked out so many people. Whoever says this has absolutely positively no sense. But if you want to go further, Whole Cake Island was a very good arc. It finally brought Sanji's backstory into the One Piece lore to let us know what officially happened. That Whole Cake Island gave him his backstory. It gave him the sense of substance that we actually now understand why Sanji is the way he is. Then, going on to animation of Wano has been absolutely positively amazing. Oda is a bad writer. I'm not even going to really. We're just going to pass by that, because the fact that we have a manga that has been around since 1997 for 25 years. The anime itself started 2 years later, so 23 years, and it still is among the top 10 constantly in manga sales. People are still so hooked to this series. There's no way in the world that again, I'm not even going to give that any more love. Sanji gets the short end of the stick. Sanji gets the short end of the stick because of chivalry. He is taking his chivalry way too far. Just like with his recent fight in the Wano arc, where this dude is considered part of the monster trio. He is one of the strongest characters in the whole entire series. But yet you let yourself get taken out by fodder. I do agree with this one. Sanji allows himself to get the short end of the stick. Just because you don't want to hit somebody doesn't mean you can't restrain them. So let us go to the next one. Marineford War Arc is overrated, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. It was a little bit long for it. One of the highlights of the arc was the fact that the world government told that Ace was actually Goldie Roger's son, saying that Luffy was Dragon's son. The unintentional use of Conqueror's Haki. Then, of course, the fact that freaking Blackbeard just strolled up, and no one even attempted to stop this guy from mutilating Whitebeard's body, which I still to this day don't understand how everyone just let him do what he wanted to do. Like, how you just let this man walk up to Whitebeard's body, cover himself up for a little bit, and then all of a sudden this man has Whitebeard's tremor fruit. To say that the Marineford War Arc was overrated, I don't believe that either. Not only that, but Ace died, and then that's what triggered the 2-year time skip. Luffy and the crew become way stronger. So, for it to, again, overrated? No, not a chance. I don't know if I would go as far as to say it's the best arc, but for all of you people out there that say, oh, you should skip Giant and Scott P arc, it's worst time, it's not cool.
Oh, okay.
One Piece don't get interesting until after Scott P.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Considering how his power now points back to that whole entire arc and everything that was included in that, everyone who skipped Skypiea is now having to go back and read or watch that arc and better understand it now, because you missed out on the tie-in of the Joy Boy, the Drums of Liberation, the Sun God Nika, the scene where his Sun God Nika power is actually introduced. Y'all missed out on so much, and that is a really good arc. It also showed Luffy being rubber and not being affected by electricity, which a certain Big Mom failed to actually understand. She must have skipped Skypiea too. At the end of the day, we're going to go ahead and leave it there. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the comment section down below. And until next time, peace.